Good day. It's Beth, and I'm in my studio. And I had a friend over last night. I'm in my new studio. I had a friend over last night who was just like, "Oh my God, your studio is magic." And I was like, "Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's not messy like the old one. Like I started these recordings a month ago and I was saying, "Oh, the messy studio, that's perfect." But this studio isn't messy and I don't want it to be messy. And Magic Studio sounds so much better. It sounds so much more congruent with what the space actually is. So I think I'm going to change it. I don't care. I mean, there's hardly anyone watching these anyway, so I can do whatever I want and call it whatever I want. So I think it's turning into the Magic Studio, which just feels more aligned with who I am anyway. So as I'm talking, I'm shuffling the cards, and I'm about to go have my Four of Wands afternoon with some girlfriends. So, which is the card I got the last time. So, I'm not going to get a chance. Whatever the cards are saying as far as creative output goes, I'm not going to be able to do any of it today. But then I realized that these cards can be for the day that you get the reading. Like they don't have to be for April 24th. They can be for when you watch them. Whoa. So, yeah, that makes sense to me. So, anyway, first card for our day, our creative day today. Oh, lovely. I've been wondering when this card was going to show up, and it's today. Oh, well, it kind of looks like my hot tub afternoon after all, the way it's going. Cool. All right, we've got some cool cards today, and they seem to line up with what I'm doing. So I really hope they line up with what you're doing. So the first card is the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles is about creative collaboration and working together to create wonderful things. And here's like three women, and they're weaving something magical and beautiful together. And in this case, the representation is a cord or hair, which is so like representative of magic. There's all kinds of magical lore that has to do with hair, and also witches and cords and cord magic and all that stuff is very very has been around forever, for millennia. So this idea of gathering together with your magical women and creating something, creating change, creating positive change, and creating something even more magical than what you could do on your own. And I have found that always, unless I'm with people that I don't resonate with and it's just not connecting. I mean, that happens too. You have to find your right people. You have to find your women, your girls, or your men. You have to find your people. You have to find your magical people, and then you put your intentions together and you create something. The four of wands on Wednesday was more about just celebrating this, your circle, your people. But this is actually like getting something done and creating something. So I love that. And I am about to meet two of my magical women for an afternoon in a hot tub. So that's exactly the card. And then here's another card that represents it. So the Muse of Emotions, the Muse of Water, the Muse of Cups, which is the King of Cups. So it's some kind of peak experience of mastery of the emotions, mastery of love, of connection, of you know, just feelings like joy and expression, emotional expression. So it's this, you know, sometimes we can be, our emotions can be all over the place, and our love can be all over the place, and there's all these kinds of messy in between places that we can be in those watery realms. But this is saying this is a time of mastery of this time. I'm thinking of Catherine McLaren. She's one of my favorite people for teaching about emotions and working with different emotion. Catherine, is it that name? McLaren, anyway. The first name starts with a K. But I am kind of, Catherine's not quite right. But anyway, you'll be able to find her, The Language of Emotions, her book is, and I love that book. So anyway, this idea of being being in control of your emotions, but not like suppressing them, but just allowing them to be without gripping onto them, without smothering them, without manipulating them anyway, but just letting them flow. And it also reminds me of sitting in a hot tub. So there you go. And then look, on top of that, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Materials, and we've gotten her before. She's the money queen. So if I was to put all these three cards together, I would say that it's a day for money magic and a day for prosperity magic with your people, and allowing the flow, allowing the love that can increase through this. And you know, women, what am I trying to say? Women have a lot of work to do around prosperity and dismantling this perception of lack and this learned inability, this learned incompetence we have around money, and learning about the power that we have with money that isn't connected necessarily to capitalism and patriarchy, but just is connected to joy and abundance and sharing and prosperity. There's a lot in that, and there's a lot that you can do with your sisters to increase that. And as an artist, it's like super important that we get into this, like we get into our conditioning about lack and starving artists and all that kind of stuff. Like it's big. It's so I've been like digging at this for years, for over a decade, and it's deep. It's deep work. It's deep stuff, and I feel like this is the message today. So if you have connections, and I mean all weekend or anytime you get this, like if you have connections to a circle where you can do some prosperity magic together, it's really fun. So I highly recommend that, and see that as what the reading is saying today. And it's, you know, it's about love. It's not about dominance. It's not about taking. It's just it's finding the beauty that is in there. So let's find a Sacred Creators card for balance. Number 14, balance. And so number 14 is connected to God, what is number 14 connected to? I'm drawing a blank. My brain is not working right now. So the end, oops, no. Patience, moderation, a perfect blend of activities. Ah, yes, a happy balance, purpose and meaning, mixing ideas and people into a perfect brew. So, of course, this is temperance in the tarot, and so this idea of alchemy, of pouring two things together to create this harmony and this balance. And we're constantly, as artists, we're constantly working with this energy of temperance, with this energy of pouring two things together and creating something, creating magic with fire and water, or creating magic with charcoal and a piece of paper, or whatever. Like, there's this mixing of elements and bringing together and creating something even bigger. And in the Thoth Tarot, the card for temperance is actually art. So there's a strong connection between art and alchemy, and making, taking, which is, taking something mundane and turning it into something phenomenal, like turning lead into gold. But in this case, we're just asking for the harmony and balance in our lives. So whether that's rest and play, or work and play, or family and work, or doing administrative stuff as an artist, and then finding the time to make art. Like, and maybe if you're balancing many income streams like I am, there's all kinds of things that I can constantly do that can keep me from making my art. And so I have to prioritize my art so that I get at least something made every day. Like this morning, I got up and I started drawing ellipses, and so it was just, just something I can do every day to keep at it, even if it's not working on a big painting or something like that. So there you go. I hope that was helpful. And yeah, signing out from my magic studio. Oh yeah, I like that better. Okay. All right. Have a great weekend. Have a great day.